have joined us. Hi,
Hi, good
Swati.
evening.
Yeah,
Hi, Sudha, how are you?
yeah, good. How was the
Good
day?
to see you. Good, good, absolutely fine. It was a hectic day, work as usual, but yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you for accepting the request,
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm
most
really
welcome.
happy
Thank you
to
for
be
having
here.
me here.
Yeah. Okay, then actually, I was about to tell you this. Your page was too good, really inspiring and motivational for
Thank you.
me every day. I
Thank you
should
so much.
really. And one important quote that you have discussed maybe long back, but it still stays with me. Don't love anyone so deeply. You
Yeah,
remember? So without
yeah,
knowing that how deeply they love you back, so that is
yeah.
really
Because
helped
the
me a
depth of
lot
your
in
love right now will be the depth of your pain later.
pain later. Yeah, exactly. So these words are really, really healing words actually. Na? So that was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
great. So we'll wait
Thank
for
you so
some
much.
more persons to join us.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure. Absolutely. We can wait for people to
Okay.
join in.
So
And
by
in the
the time,
meanwhile,
can you just
how
tell
was your
us
day?
about you? Like how was you here in this career? You have chosen to be in this career, or it happened accidentally? So things like that. Something interesting things about you.
Sure, sure. No, no, nothing happens accidentally in my life. While accidents
You
do
planned
happen,
to.
but yeah, while accidents did happen, a lot of accidents, but the career that I am right now in, the mind coaching, the life coach stuff, that's something which has been a very, very long time desire, I would say. I have been
Wow.
ever since I was a trainer. So I became a trainer in 2003, 2004. I became a trainer. And ever since I became a trainer, I wanted to become a coach, help people, mentor people. I've been doing that in my career for a long time. But you do it in the office premises, you do it with your team members. You're not allowed to experiment. And I feel that I could help people, and I could see I had that empathy nature in me that I could help people and I could see their suffering. So I just thought, you know, and I've seen some bits of my life happen in such a way that then I was like forced to get into this profession, because I then realized that there are a lot of people, a lot of women especially out there, who need support, who need to have that strength. I would not say support. Women have a lot of support any which way. They are very strong, but they need that, that anchor. Everyone needs an anchor. So if someone gets an anchor, वो बोलते हैं ना, डूबते को तिनके का सहारा चाहिए. So,
Okay.
that's how it is. You get that one support system and you're like, you're ready to bounce
That
back.
you will get
So
nourished and you can grow better. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
true.
So that's why I thought, I should get into this, and I'm really happy that I got into this, because I have been enlightened a lot. I mean, I have changed completely as a person. When you are meeting so many people, when you're talking to so many people, um, the learning that you get is immense. You know, so I'm very happy with this profession.
Yeah, I really agree to it. A motivational speaker spirit should be like in that level, it should be to motivate
Yeah.
others, to keep them motivated, and things are really great.
And
Okay.
why don't you
Um,
share something about your career path? How has it structured? Like, I'm sure everyone knows, but just for my understanding.
yeah, yeah. Actually, no. Actually, basically, I'm a chemist. So I did
Oh.
my PhD in chemistry, but later what happened is the situation is not favoring me to work. Like I have to travel outskirts to reach
Oh.
colleges, so engineering
Oh.
colleges. So
Mm.
what I did is, I quitted my job, and then I was a mom of two kids. So
Oh.
so they were like keeping me busy round the clock.
Hmm. I
So
understand.
what I thought is, okay, let me just lay down my own way so that it will not disturb them as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just get into this business with the help of my brother and my family members.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So I'm into this like for the past 4 years.
Wow. Nice.
So
But
we
your
formed
page is,
a
I must say,
brand.
your page is really interesting. You put some really insightful stuff for women. I mean, some things I have learned from your page, because I didn't know, because generally we don't do so much research, to understand the nuances of why things happen to us, why our body reacts in a particular. I've
Yeah.
learned a lot from your page. I
Even
must say
I
that.
started learning so many things in this journey because my
Yeah.
thing is entirely different. Like I was in
Hmm.
teaching and eventually
Okay.
coming back to the business, forming my own way and learning so many new things which
Yeah.
we were not used to in colleges and teaching.
Right.
So it is entirely different. But some courses and things were helping me a lot in growing day by day. So everyday
Right.
learning is as a part of my life. So it is going like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So kids are also supporting my husband. My in-laws are also supporting me very well. So this is how it is going so far. And the thing is, I'm happy about the businesses. I can be with my kids whenever they need me. That is what making me
Yeah.
happy.
That's the best part. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about like in the school or colleges. If we go, we have to worry about the kid where they are. Even though
Hmm.
we leave them in a safer hand, but
Hmm.
it will not be that peaceful for us, right? So we
Yeah.
can be with them and we can teach them whenever they need. We can pamper them. So this is the best part with the business, I guess. So
Yeah.
apart from your life coach and women empowerment, you are working in an office, right?
Yeah, I'm doing a full-time job. I'm
Job.
working as an L&D head of a company. Earlier, I was working with Tech Mahindra as an L&D head. So now I've recently joined 6 months back. I've changed my job. So working full-time. I'm a full-time employee. I'm a full-time mother.
Full-time
I
mother.
also have two
As
kids.
well
Yeah.
as a motivation. Three different roles. My God.
Yeah, but
That's
I'm
great.
enjoying
That's
every
great.
piece of it. I think being a woman and being a mother, it teaches you everything. It teaches you to multitask at the
Yeah,
same time.
multitasking has to be done.
Yeah,
All will go.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. But I
actually.
really respect the women who, like yourself, are doing everything. And, I think you're doing a wonderful job, being with your children and then, doing stuff for them as well and for yourself as well. That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, I think we have some viewers have joined us. Okay, shall we
I think
just
we can start.
go
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
session?
We can start.
Yeah.
We'll just quickly say hi to everyone who's joined in. Hi,
Yeah.
everyone.
Hi.
Good evening.
Hi. So actually today's our topic is PMS related stress.
Hmm.
So can you just explain us like what is PMS related stress and how it is being identified?
Sure. So PMS related stress, although I would say that, I've been lucky that I have not really dealt with it that much at that intensity. But I think I was just reading up because I have a lot of clients, I would say, or friends or colleagues. In fact, my daughter also, who sometimes goes through this problem. So I was reading up because, there's a lot of stress. When we say PMS related stress, it's about before the menstrual cycle, when you have your period starting, before about typically around week 10 days prior to that, this all this symptoms you will start to develop, which could be dual types of symptoms. Now some people have only physical symptoms. For example, they will have stomach bloating, fatigue, they'll feel tired, they'll have headache, they'll feel nauseatic, they'll feel pukish, they'll feel loss of appetite. Sometimes you feel like sleeping throughout the day, something like that. Or else you can have emotional symptoms as well. Now, and that is very common. People will be naggy, women will be naggy, they'll be like irritable all the time. They'll be like, they're not able to concentrate. That's the reason why you see young girls and even adults, I would say, they skip their school, colleges, or office, especially during the time when they are going through this phase. 3 to 4 days they'll take a break and they will stay back home because it's so intense, it's so bad. Like, for someone who's not gone through it will not be able to ever understand. And the worst is, people don't understand it, and then, they kind of make it an excuse that she's not able to handle it, maybe she's too weak, she's very, she's, so it's like not like that. PMS symptoms is something which happens to everyone. uh, Intensity may be different. Someone could have it 10%, someone could have it 100% as well. So intensity could be different. And again, like I said, the symptoms, there could be multiple symptoms. There is no one identified symptoms. I would say there are more than 150 symptoms, which are different types of symptoms which are available, which could tell you that, you could have a PMS syndrome. But a way of identifying it is identifying your own pattern. It's like understanding my own body. When I'm hungry, what do? I become irritable, right? When I'm hungry, my stomach will start to bloat. If I'm starving for a lot of time, my stomach will start to bloat, or I'll start to feel acidic in my stomach, something like that, or I'll feel very naggy. Similarly, this also is like that only. You will start to get some symptoms. All you need to do is identify the patterns. If you've been having this problem for the last 3, 4, 5 months, regularly before your periods you're getting this stress or this anxiety or this kind of trouble, pain, or whatever, cramps, anything, then you definitely are into that zone and you need to definitely look at that. I would say that is yeah,
Actually,
PMS.
is it possible for a woman if she is cautious that she is under PMS stress? Is it possible for them to control the anger and anxiety, like just by
Yes, it is
practice?
possible. It
Is it
is
possible?
possible. See, everything, it's all about understanding. That's why I said, and you've said a very right thing. How do we identify? Because that is the situation with everything. Unless you identify, unless you're aware of something. See, I am not aware of something, I'm oblivious what's happening to me.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
is going wrong internally. I will say chemical
We will
low
just react
you
to
know.
the situation. So that
Yeah,
that
but
shouldn't.
once I identify that this is the problem, then I can do things for it. Whether it is taking care of the hunger, whether it is taking care of the anxiety, whether it is not become irritable, whatever. Managing your emotional as well as physical pain, it's easy if you understand it. The problem is people don't even understand it or identify
Understand what's happening in their body. So that's the
it.
problem
Yes,
with many of them.
absolutely. And then,
So,
surrounding people will say, ये तो हमेशा होता रहता है. This is the normal
okay.
situation. Yeah.
So how to avoid or deal with it? See how to manage that PMS. So what are the steps they can undergo? Is there any steps to avoid that stress? Because if we are under too much of stress, it is
Hmm.
really going to affect our kids' daily chores.
Yeah.
We cannot focus in our work,
Yeah.
official, or even it could be household. It can be anything. So how can we
Absolutely.
overcome this, and what are the steps that we can follow in order to treat or manage this?
So, Sudha, for everything, I would say, there is a method to the madness, right? Everything in life happens if there's a process that you follow. You can, if you know like the technique, you can have a grasp of the process, right? So, in this also is the same thing. It's about understanding and taking precautionary steps. You can't avoid a storm after the storm has come. You can't do that. You can avoid the storm or you can take precautionary steps. If you know, okay, the storm is going to come, I will cover myself up, I will sit inside the house, I'll close all the doors and windows. I'm taken care of. But once the storm is already there, then you can't go out there and do something about it. So what I'm trying to say is precautionary steps, which means changing your lifestyle. A lot of times, and I've seen small things, change in lifestyle, people don't give a lot of weightage to this. Change of lifestyle, I means change of eating habits, change of sleeping habits. Lack of sleep causes. So before I
Yeah,
even get
and
into
I agree to that.
how to avoid, you have to first understand what causes all of these things.
Yeah,
Some of the times it could be, hereditary. Some of the time it could be because of your immunity not being very strong to battle those symptoms. Some of the times it could be because of your lifestyle issues. For example, if you're a regular smoker, right? For example, if you have too much alcohol, you're already under stress. Automatically, any other form of stress you will attack. So, for example, if you are sleeping very less, lack of sleep, we all know because of lack of sleep, thousand other problems will happen. If you are not eating well, if you're not eating a well balanced diet, if you're eating a lot of junk, if you're eating too much sugar, caffeine, alcohol, like I already said, red meat, all of that. So your lifestyle changes automatically you will avoid. I will not say you can't get rid of it, but you will reduce the intensity. Like I said in the beginning, the 90% intensity what you are facing, probably it will come down to 60%, 50% and fade out one day. So I think lifestyle changes is what it.
okay. Even this meditation will help them out, right? Meditation,
Yes,
nutritional
absolutely.
foods, they can take it. Regular exercise. People used to say, I don't have time for workout. See, I have to look into your page. Lot of workout videos. Definitely going to motivate many of them who are in the journey of weight loss. Definitely, it's going to be. But the thing is, no, many of them will complain that I don't have time for workout, but they will spend hours together with Instagram or with the series they watch, but they don't bother about. But all the time they'll be like thinking of themselves that they are under stress, but they don't follow or take up any steps to overcome that. That's the main problem. The first step they will not take it up. So if they just really take up some steps to overcome those problems, really they can excel. Those things
So
people are
that
missing
I
from
completely
us.
agree with you, Sudha, because what happens is, life, if you are the one who are controlling your life, like if you are the, if you're driving the car, if you're in the driver's seat, right, you want to become the driver of the car, you will decide where the car will go,
Yeah.
right? The car will not go automatic. But if you are letting the car flow like this without even holding the steering wheel, it will take you anywhere and everywhere. It will bang you into the some tree or something, right? That's
Yeah.
how life is also. If you don't take control, like what you rightly said, people will say, I don't have time for meditation, I don't have time for yoga, I don't have time for exercise. But the same people after the age of 50, when they are diagnosed with osteoporosis, diabetes, obesity, all of that, the same women will go jogging early in the morning, 5 o'clock, they will go jog. They will go on a crash diet. But
Yeah.
my question is, why do you want to wait for such a long time? Why do you want to wait when the damage is done? Why can't you start now?
Yeah.
That's very important.
Any good step has to be taken without any postponement. So that is very
Absolutely.
important.
Taken now.
Yeah. So I have one more question. Uh, is there anything can be done to ease the pain or to be in a more comfortable, without a body pain or something? Is there any way to
Lot of
have
things.
the, yeah?
Yeah, a lot
Is
of
there
things can
any,
be done. See, I am not someone who promotes medicines. I mean, I'm not, again, you're the chemist. I
yeah,
should
yeah.
not be talking about it.
We are
But
not a medical practitioner. Yeah, I do
yeah,
agree to it.
there are a lot of medicines available. But
Medicines are
I would say
available.
in the organic way, natural way, if you want to, like ease the pain or something, I think hot water bath sometimes is very good. It's a very ancient technique. Our grandmothers used to say we had those small hot water, that
Hot
balloons,
water bag we
bags,
can
yeah, bags,
bag.
yeah. So you would put hot water on that, put it on your stomach area, on your lower abdomen area. You'll feel relief. You can have hot water shower. You can also use Epsom salt, because that is medicinally they say that it's full of magnesium,
Yeah,
Epsom
yeah.
salt. And
Magnesium.
when
That
you
we
have
use
magnesium,
for.
yeah, I think you can talk about that because you're the master of that. I
But
mean, I
no
would just
problem, no problem. You just got it. Yeah.
So yeah, so magnesium really eases the pain. It gives a lot of happy hormones. It releases happy hormones. I think serotonin or something. So it you can really feel that the pain is gone. One thing I tried with my daughter, I would say long time back, and that really worked, is ginger ale. I prepared ginger ale
Okay.
I used to prepare ginger ale for her. So put some ginger, put some cinnamon sticks, put some clove sticks, and just put some water, make it like 1 cup of water, boil it and make it half a cup, after boiling it a lot. So it's like, yeah, and then you should have that warm in, if it's like lukewarm types, you can make that, you can have it and you feel really relieved. So this is like a medicinal, natural thing that you can do at home. And these are things which are available at home as well.
Is there any amount to be added, like 2 sticks or 2 cloves or something like that for a glass
Yeah,
of
I
milk? Is
think,
there any
yeah,
dosage?
so in a glass, like, yeah, okay, if you're talking about the precise recipe, in a glass full of water, I would say 2, 3, cuts of some 2 inches cuts of ginger would be like, we can just, crush it and put it. And I think 2 or 3 sticks of cinnamon maximum, and cloves also. If you want, you can put some honey as well. Honey is anyways antioxidant, so you can put that. If you're not liking the taste, you can have some half a teaspoon honey and you can mix it in. That's very nice. I mean, that I have seen that. That's why I can say that, I've seen that literally after half an hour, she would feel the cramps and everything would feel under control, and it'll be good. So yeah, that is also something that we can use.
Okay.
What do you suggest? What are your things? What do you suggest with respect to if there are some times of pains which are very, very high, sometimes the pain is very high. So what do you suggest? Should we
Sometimes
add
if the
medications?
pains are high, you can go with this same thing with the ginger alone. What we
Hmm.
used to do is we'll just grind it and squeeze it to extract the juice of it, and we'll keep it aside like 4 to 5 hours. What
Okay.
happens is some white precipitate will get settled down at the bottom. So after
Hmm.
which you can decant it, and in a hot iron tawa or something like that, you can just heat it and make this juice flow into it, and at that time you can add little honey to it, and you can
No.
drink it lukewarm, so that will help with period cramps. And as I said, this epsom salt will help,
Hmm.
and nice massage with the spouse
Nice.
by the spouse or the
Yeah.
kid, that will also help.
Hmm.
And maybe you can divert your mood to some other things whichever you like, watching some
Hmm. Hmm.
series
Hmm.
in your favorite things, or you
Yeah.
can grab your own snack, but make sure
Hmm.
that it is not so junk and all, so you can
Hmm.
pick it very cautiously, nutritious and things that can be done.
Yeah.
And usually women can take this urad dal porridge, urad dal.
Hmm.
Have you
Hmm. Hmm.
heard of?
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
can be made into a powder, and it can be
Right.
made like a halwa consistency.
Okay.
So
Okay.
along with the ghee, dry ginger, urad dal, and some amount of jaggery, you can add it to it, and you can bring it to a halwa consistency, and it can be had even during the periods or even before that, because even at the time of pregnancy, puberty,
Oh
right
yeah.
after puberty, that can be used, so it gives lot
Hmm.
of protein into it, into your body,
Right.
so that will help you a lot. And
That's an interesting
like
tip. Yeah.
after 50s, our bone density will go down, right? So if
Yeah.
we take up urad dal regularly, it will help us in later part of life.
Yeah. That's a very interesting one. I will also try that for
Yeah,
sure.
just you can just dry roast the urad dal and make into a
Hmm.
powder and keep it, and you can store it
With
whenever you
the
want. You can take two scoop of it, and you can make this recipe. If possible, I'll try to post this recipe in my page once.
yeah, yeah. Please, please. It's a very interesting one. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
easy to
will
make
do.
also, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, will
Easy
do.
to make.
So I have one more question.
Yes. Yes. Sure.
Uh, can stress delay your period? See, actually, it is more like a gynae question. I do agree to it.
Yeah. So
But
stress, I wouldn't say that it can delay. Sometimes I've seen that stress can prepone the periods also. I've seen that as well.
that is
Sometimes
also
when you're
possible.
when you're in
It all
stress
depends
and
on the
you're
body.
wondering, this
Yeah.
happens to me most of the times when I'm wondering. I like, especially during puja time, especially like if we have Navratri puja or Ganpati puja or something, we are like, Bhagwan ji, please delay karo karke. But then suddenly it will come, so like that it is. But it's like
Uninvited guests. Uninvited guests. So what to do?
uninvited guest, exactly. But so I don't know. I think it's all about stress creates some hormones in our body which are not supposed to be there, which are basically so if your body is in a natural flow of the hormones, right? So it'll happen on time. But if there's any deviation which happens, obviously it'll lead to early arrival of your periods or delay of your periods. It depends on individual or even instances as well. So sometimes a lot of people have told me to have to delay periods, they would have some fruits also, papaya or something like that. They want to delay, so they'll have papaya. Naturally, they want to delay,
Yeah,
etc.
yeah.
Or they want to, sorry,
Yeah, that people will do. Even pineapple will help them. Like
pineapple also,
pineapple.
yeah. If they want to, naturally, if they want to delay it for a couple of days, not like obviously a week or 10 days, but a couple of days, if they want to push it, then they can have some papaya or pineapple or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, I'm like, let it be, let it happen. It's a natural flow of yeah. It's like very natural, and let's not tamper with that, because the more you tamper, whether organically, whether after with medicines, it'll only affect you in the long term. there will be after effects of all of that. That's my
All of
belief. I
what
mean,
we
I don't know, I may be wrong, but whenever you're tampering your own system, somewhere or the other it will happen. The after effect will show. So it's better to just let it be, and let's go with the flow. If it's supposed to happen, it will happen. If it's not supposed to happen, it's okay. 1 day, 2 days, it's not going to be a problem. And I think everyone should know, everyone should be aware, especially in our society. Everyone should be aware by now. We're a very liberal society. Everyone, men, women, children, I see even boys and girls these days are very aware about it, because they are taught in school. It's a part of the curriculum as well. So they're all aware about it, that it's a very natural thing for women to have to undergo a menstrual cycle. And it's not something to be scared of or tensed about or ashamed about or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah, even there are people now still feels that talking about period is a taboo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that has to be, and people say that it is like impure or something. We cannot worship God at that time. So these things has to be removed from the social practice.
Absolutely. It's all facade. It's the more you think about it, the more, वो हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, जितनी जितने मुंह उतनी बातें. It's
Yeah.
like that. The more you listen to people, the more you'll get involved into it. I mean, it's all Goddess Lakshmi, Goddess Saraswati, Goddess Durga were also women. They also had all these things. If they never had all these things,
Yeah.
उनके बच्चे नहीं होते, right? पार्वती माता की बेटा नहीं होता, गणपति बप्पा जिनको हम इतना प्रेयर करते हैं. So I think it's all very very natural. It's a way of life. It's all
Biological things
yeah, it's all
happening.
part of it. So we have to accept it. And people who are not accepting it, I think it's high time for them to understand that the world is changing. And it's not a taboo anymore. It's not impure, pure. So it's out of question. It's about, if the girl doesn't go through all of that, how will the man be born? That's how you have to understand, right? So how will people be born in the world if we don't go through that cycle?
So actually now we have come to the end of the session.
Yeah,
So
almost there.
can you please give us one motivational quote for today or this for weekend especially?
I have a lot of motivational quotes, but since we are talking about, the conversation was more about, how what people will say and things like that. I would say, just be yourself. Just be happy with what you want to be and enjoy your own being rather than trying to please everyone else. I think that's very, very important, especially for women, because till today we see a lot of women who are just want to please everyone around. They want to please their family, they want to please their children, they want to please their husbands, in-laws, parents, everyone, office people. But I think the day when you understand that you have your own individuality, and that is very important. Like I always keep saying, you can't pour out of an empty cup. You have to be happy. Your cup has to be full. If you are full of happiness, only then you can give happiness to people. So I think that should be my motivational quote.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Thank you so much for joining us. So
Thank
definitely,
you.
we women face a lot of problems. Definitely, we will be joining in one more live session. Okay, with some other topic for sure.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely. It was a wonderful session. Thank you so much. And I really enjoyed being live with you, Sudha.
Yeah.
Thank you
Even
for inviting.
we enjoyed a lot. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Good night.
Bye bye. Good night.